like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and rank up my channel. So I am back after a very, very long absence. It's been a while since I made my last YouTube video. Too long, and I kept saying, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I kept putting it off. And the longer you put off, it's like, what am I gonna say? What is my next video gonna be about? And you just gotta figure it out and do it. The key to growing a channel is consistency, which just makes it that much more difficult for me to grow mine. But a lot has happened, and I'm back! Yeah! Yeah, figures nobody would be here. Let's try that again! With applause, like a sitcom, with jokes nobody laughs at. Much, much better. Yeah. So much better. No wonder why these sitcoms use this with their dumb jokes. A lot has happened. I got married. So many holidays, Christmas, Easter, so many things have happened. Got a new car, drunk a Red Bull, touched myself, smoked a cigarette, and some other things. Like I said, a lot has happened. And I did stay up to date on all the entertainment with intent to review it.
Watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun.
Scream! Sonic 2! The Batman! Spider-Man No Way Home.
My back!
TV shows like The Book of Boba Fett.
Pack your things. We're leaving.
And that's how it felt watching The Book of Boba Fett. Those cyberpunk kids, Power Ranger kids, just did not fit the tone or color palette of the show. They did not fit in at all. They were like a rainbow on Tatooine every scene. So that show, we're just going to unpack right now. It was absolutely disappointing. Boba Fett seemed nothing like Boba Fett from the character that's established in all the other lore in the expanded universe. Absolutely terrible. It didn't even feel like it was his show. The only good episodes of it were about the Mandalorian, Luke Skywalker, and Grogu. As far as the rest of the show goes, just absolutely disappointing. I have no idea what the point of it was or what they intended to accomplish with it, other than, you know, making another great character pretty damn underwhelming. There's so many interesting things they could have done with it, and they almost did with it. They brought in some Hutts. Oh no! They took out the Hutts. The Hutts just left. They had this Wookiee that was pretty interesting, pretty cool. They could have introduced all these bounty hunters that, well, not introduced them, brought them back. All the Bosk and all these other bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back. But what they did with it was absolutely pointless and underwhelming. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. It's a pretty average show. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd probably ever watch it again. The Batman, the positives on this one: the cinematography, the lived-in world established, the action, the acting, from Riddler being absolutely loony when they finally reveal him. It just such a cartoonish, over-the-top personality, as it should be. The Penguin, Colin Farrell's transition, his transformation to this character, I mean, he really steals the show. Pattinson as Batman. Yeah, I was a little skeptical at first, but Robert Pattinson as Batman is a force of nature that delivers. And the tension between, like, Batman and the cops is so well executed. Like, you can just feel the tension. It's very gripping. The partnership between Jim Gordon and Batman, it's fantastic to see that in live action on screen, even though I'm not fond of like race changing characters because it feels more like a cosplay situation instead of getting authentic, true to nature characters. But Jim Gordon, the actor who plays him, and the actress who plays Selena Kyle, they do a great job, like a really good job. This film pushes close to bordering rated R. It's very dark, not for everyone. It's a detective murder mystery, very slow burn with vibes of Saw. The hand-to-hand combat is way better in this film than it has been in previous Batman films, and that's one of the things I most wanted to see. One of the things I was most excited to see. Batman able to maneuver, and Robert Pattinson really sells it. It's really convincing that this is just a formidable, unmovable object, almost like a Bane. You can hear him walking, and he brings the intimidation factor to it. Really awesome. Just go ahead and get to the negatives.
Where did they come up with this stuff?
Has a major Bruce Wayne problem. Bruce Wayne is not a public or social figure in this film. Batman and Bruce Wayne are one in the same in this movie. It's kind of distasteful. Despite being like early into his career, I get that. It's early into his career. He's not supposed to have everything down. There's no development for Bruce Wayne, the Bruce Wayne persona in here, which is one of the biggest problems in this film. Wayne is meant to be a mask for Batman. In here, Wayne is just like a watered down wet puppy out in the rain. Wayne, just angry teen, angry at the world. He's a jerk to Alfred, and he's doing nothing to disguise himself to separate Wayne from Batman. And it would raise an eyebrow. Oh, this boy billionaire is doing absolutely nothing. A big issue, Batman in here stepping into the light, like realizing he can't just be vengeance. He's part of the problem. But Batman is supposed to inspire fear in the criminals. The lesson in here should have been for him as Bruce Wayne to realize that the Wayne family name means more. And that's what, as Bruce Wayne, he needs to step into the light. He needs to be more active. He needs to be more social. He needs to donate to charities and just improve the city. Nothing is to say that won't happen, but the execution of making it clear that that's where you're going with this, the execution is awful if that's where you're going with this. And regardless, if that's not where you're going with it, then the execution is still awful, because Bruce Wayne needs to be the public social figure that improves the city, donates to charities, and all that. And Batman needs to be the thing that inspires fear in the criminals. Third act of this film feels very tacked on. It's a long movie that drags because of the slow burn structure that reaches a conclusion and then goes on for another 40 minutes. Another issue is that Batman is the Man of Steel. Not just with the whole stepping into the light thing to be a hero, but he gets blown up right in his face, and there's no burn marks or anything. He's shot multiple times at point blank range, falls from very high up. He's just unrealistically invincible. Catwoman, Selena Kyle, played by Kravitz. She did a good job with the part, with what she had to work with. She did a great job with that. But, and that's a criticism too, her costume. They went all out with Batman. Yes, I get you're trying to go a whole grounded thing here, but you made Batman practically invincible. You gave him a full-on bat suit. So why not just give her her Catwoman suit? I mean, come on. Back to the point. Selena Kyle, played by Kravitz, talks to Batman about white privilege. And The irony is Selena Kyle is a white character, and the role was given to a black actress. So it's just a really unnecessary insert woke talking point here for applause from your peers in Hollywood. It's just one of those moments. Woke dialogue is just off-putting. It sounds like cult talk, and I don't drink the Kool-Aid. But other than that, this movie was pretty solid, pretty good. I wasn't too fond of the whole Riddler and Saul vibes. Really didn't like the majority of that. I mean, when they finally unveil him in the third act, and he's just got a personality, a really big one. That was great. So I give the Batman a solid 8 out of 10. It's a pretty well-rounded film with a lot of room to grow. There's definitely room for improvement and all that with the next one. It's not the best Batman film, not the worst Batman film. George Clooney. But I mean, it could be worse, right? And it could be better, too. Anyways, this is just a part 1 video that I'm doing to catch back up with YouTube, reviewing some things. Check out Sonic 2 and Scream in the next video, and possibly Spider-Man No Way Home. And as always, stay awesome, rock on.
Follow me.